Welcome to Off Grid Victory. So I just finished up planting about a dozen trees here, and so I wanted to show you those. They were just from the big box store, Lowe's, I'm going to name it. Anyway, that's where I usually get these trees from, and I know if we had a good, I guess, orchard or something like that, especially the places that specialize in trees, I would definitely go there. But we only have one local place that has a gardening supply shop, but it's not like a wholesaler or anything, and I usually tend to buy a bunch of these. And so yeah, I get a discount at Lowe's, so I go there. But some of these trees I will go to my local gardening shop to pick up. But at any rate, the video is not about that. Obviously, you can see I, planted this fairly deep, put mulch around it. This actually happens to be some fertilized human or mulch, and it's the spring and it's pretty cold, and it's very wet out here. Some of these trees I'm going to cut down, so anyway, that's why I planted these trees so close. But that's not what I want to show you today. I want to show you what you should be doing with these trees once you plant them and once you fertilize them. And so take a walk with me here. All right, excuse all the camera work. So it's been really wet here in the Ozarks, cold and wet. But the work must go on, and spring's coming soon. Here's my here's that persimmon tree that I cut down, that extreme pruning, and you can see it's actually growing back quite nicely. I wish it put out some more leaders off to the side, but we'll watch for those. But anyway, it didn't kill the tree when I pruned it that hard. These are my fig trees. I don't think figs are technically trees, but anyway, these are my fig trees next to my container. And those things will go out obviously in a month or so. But this is where I want to take you. Let's go over here. All right, excuse all the mess. This wasn't a stage video, obviously. But what I wanted to show you was the real reason why you do things like this. And we'll take a closer look at it once we go over there. But you want to protect your trees. And so the real reason you want to protect your trees, I'll show it to you right here. So here's one little persimmon tree that I just left going just for giggles. I wasn't sure, how I would make it because it's next to this huge rock, but I just left it be, and I've been mowing around it. But take a look at this. So it's been rubbed by deer, buck rub, deer rub, whatever you want to call it, all along here. And you can see all the damage it's done. And in time, especially if they're in the rut season, things like that, they could strip down a tree bark pretty good and then ultimately kill the tree. So especially these little, sapling trees, the trees are just a year or two old. They like doing that too. And so, yeah, the deer really love to rub these things, and that is why you really need something like this. So you need a cage around your tree. This particular tree I think is a pear tree. I've pruned it a little bit. This tree's been here for about 2 years, and so it's fairly large growth. Now, the only bad thing about caging up your tree like this is, it's hard to kind of mow around the grass, and sometimes you have to take it off. So right now, just to clean it up and put some fertilizer on it, I've taken the liberty to take it off the fencing. But normally I'll just put a baling wire here and here to hold this in place. But for this video, I took it off so I can clean it up, because that's the next thing. I'll have to fertilize or mulch the base of this tree so it'll get more nutrients to grow. And and this is another area where I have some trees, and so that's it. I definitely recommend caging up a tree like this, especially in the woods where deer can get to it, and protecting it from those guys. And then ultimately the fruit too, obviously, because once it starts budding, and I think it has started budding. Let me show you. Like that. they love eating that. I mean, that's good nutrients for the deer. So you want to protect these young trees from the deer uglies, as I call them. Alrighty, shalom.